Have you ever been really happy about a spoiler card only to go online and find this? Boring. Gives opponents goblins? Absolute dog shit. And the most offensive, where is his first strike? Who are these people raving about online? Rasputin. Not that Rasputin. Well, actually, it may be that Rasputin. Back in the day, their lore came from a lot of weird sources. And with Universes Beyond, they may have released a Destiny's secret lair and I just haven't noticed it. No, these are some of the phrases used to describe Rasputin, the Oneiromancer from Dominaria United. First and foremost, I get it. He's not flashy, he has downsides, and he's not a clear value proposition. However, he does have a few things going for him. Maybe most importantly, he has a version of the most powerful effect in the game. Yep, you guessed it. Tap to add 3 mana to your mana pool. While not as imminently busted as Black Lotus or even some of the lesser Lotus effects, potential is always there. And with the way Wizards is pushing Commander, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a card that changes what is considered the player count. Think of something like Zorn, but cards that count other players count 2 instead of 1, or even just something as simple as Panharmonicon. Rasputin looks a lot more tempting when he can tap to add 6 mana to your mana pool. To be fair, it doesn't look more tempting when you're putting 6 1/1 goblins into play for your opponents, but even then Rasputin comes in the perfect color pair to deal with those. Azorius is one of the best color pairs for wiping boards, including cards like Wrath of God, Supreme Verdict, and Time Wipe. Not to mention that blue-white is a natural pillow fort combination with cards like Ghostly Prison, Propaganda, Sphere of Safety, and Collective Restraint. If you really want to break the bank, I guess Moat also works versus goblins. You can also use the Goblin Gift to your advantage. Soul Sister packages with Soul Warden can boost your life, Suture Priest can hurt your opponents. These extra goblins for the opponents can be good with Keeper of the Accord, Linvala the Preserver, Sunset Revelry, and Timely Reinforcements. Ugh. None of that's probably really good advice, and if it is, it's only applicable in edge cases. I can't really make a case for Rasputin being that strong, or even good, to be honest. I can, however, make a terrific case for Rasputin, the War Leader. You see, in lore, Rasputin worked with Tivadar and the Knights of Thorn to eradicate a goblin army in Dominaria. We'll build off that idea, with Rasputin at the helm. There are a few thematic staples to include, and I would start with Tivadar of Thorn, Knights of Thorn, and Tivadar's Crusade. You can throw in Rasputin Dreamweaver, but I don't recommend buying one. If you have one, sure, throw it in. If you want a proxy one, go for it. The deck will focus solely on killing goblins, and being anti-red in general. Foothill Guide will continue the specific anti-goblin efforts, while Hunted Phantasm will help make sure that your anti-goblin tech has more opportunities to hit. Because what good is an unchecked goblin hatred without goblins to hate? Goblins usually live in mountains, I guess. So we'll want some anti-mountain effects as well. Conversion and Volcanic Eruptions are my picks because I'm old, but you could use stuff like Glaciers, Flash Flood, or Lifeblood. With so much color, land type, and creature type removal, you're also going to want to run spells that change those types, because if you can't find goblins to kill, you need to make goblins to kill. Artificial Evolution will make any creature into a goblin, and there are multitudes of cards that will change color and or land type. While Rasputin won't ever play extra lands and then draw cards from those extra lands, or gain control of sacrificed permanents, it does have its uses, its potential, and its spirit. And me? Look, I just wanted to make a deck about hating goblins. Is that wrong?